This is John talking to with Apex Network Solutions, where we help you manage your technology so that you can manage your business. I had some questions recently from clients who are using Teams, or they're using OneDrive, or they're using SharePoint in Microsoft 365, and they are trying to get access to those documents on their iPhone or on their iPad or on an Android phone. The process is similar. It looks a little different on Android, but the process is similar on an Android. And there are a couple of different ways that you can get to that data. If you have data stored in Teams, using SharePoint specifically through Teams, I'm just going to open up the Teams app here on my phone, and it drops me into the chat. I'm going to come down here to Teams at the bottom, and then I'm going to drop into my general Apex team, and then I'm going to click on Files at the top, and you can see there that the folder structure that I have set up in Teams that I would see in my desktop version of Teams shows up here just like it does there. If I click on an Excel spreadsheet, for example, in there, there's not very much data in it, so it's very small. We can only view it in here. We can't edit it in here. But if we click on the little pencil icon in the upper right-hand corner, it'll open it in the mobile version of Excel, and we'd see that data, and we could make changes to that data. As clunky as that is on a phone, you can go into a cell and say edit and put data in there, like so. And this saves real time, so it's automatically updating in SharePoint, in Teams, real time as we do it on the phone. There is a way to download it to the phone and work on it offline if you need to, but that's an unusual circumstance unless you're traveling a lot. You notice up here by the very top next to the file name test, you'll see the little cloud symbol with it saying that it's syncing that data out. When we're finished with it, I'm just going to hit the back button so that it closes that file. I'm going to go back over to Teams, and if we then go back into that document, we should see that data that I just added show up there in the bottom of that list. And that works with Excel documents, it works with PowerPoint files, it works with Word documents. Cell phone's not a great place to edit that, but if you need to view something or if you need to share it with somebody, there's a great way to do that. The other way to get to that data on your phone or on your iPad is to open the app directly. And if I come down here to my file folder, you'll see up at the top that cites Apex Solutions. That would say Apex Network Solutions if it weren't on a small screen, but that's my Teams SharePoint site. You'll see all the same team names that you saw when I had things open in Teams. If I go into Apex, it's a couple of extra folders down if you go this way, because you've got to go to Documents and then to the name of the channel in Teams, which in this case was General. And then there's my test document that we just edited, and if we click on it, it's going to open it up, and you'll see that's the same document I got to through the other method. So that's a second way to get to this data, that you just go directly in it in the app involved. The third way to get to this data, let's close down Excel here, and I'm going to come over here to the OneDrive app. And because my OneDrive and my SharePoint stuff is all tied together, you'll notice at the top of this list of libraries are my all my teams that have to do with Teams. If I just go over here to Files, that's my OneDrive, my business OneDrive. I could flip over to personal OneDrive in here as well. But if I go to libraries, what they call libraries here is your SharePoint libraries and Teams. Go to Apex, Documents, General. There's that same document that we just worked on. And you can get there that way as well. You'll notice we've just got, all we can do here is view that. We can't edit it, similar to how we did it in Teams. To get to editing is a little different if you're doing it out of OneDrive. If you're doing it out on OneDrive, you'll notice the icon at the top that looks like an Excel icon. Because it is an Excel icon, that takes us over to Excel, just like we did out of Teams. There's our document. We can edit it. We can save it when we're done. We can go back to OneDrive when we're done and back into our folder. So those are the three primary ways to get to data from your phone or iPad, data that's stored in any of your Microsoft cloud services, OneDrive, SharePoint, Teams. That all kind of ties together through those Microsoft accounts. Just have to make sure that within your Microsoft apps, you're signed into the account that the data is stored in. So if it's a personal OneDrive account, you have to be connected to the personal OneDrive account. If it's a business OneDrive account or a SharePoint account, you need to be signed into that work or school Microsoft 365 account, and those properties should auto-populate in most, if not all, of the Microsoft apps. Again, my name is John Togner with Apex Network Solutions. We help you manage your technology so that you can manage your business. If you have any questions about how to make this happen, put them down in the chat below. We'll try to respond to those when we can. Thank you very much.